A very good morning, guys. What is PCI DSS? Is this is a company or an agency? What exactly this is? Second question. What kind of organization need to comply with the PCI one? What exactly the fundamental of PCI? Today we will cover all these question and answers in PCI DSS interviews question session. Let's begin the agenda. Here the question number one. What is PCI? Is this is a company or an agency? No. PCI DSS is not a company or an agency. It is a standard. We also called a security standard maintained and developed by an organization called PCI SSC. So PCI SSC is an organization who is supposed to develop the PCI DSS. Why it is developed? To protect the card holders data and reduce the credit card frauds. So it is a set of security standard designed to ensure that all companies who store, process or transmit the card data should maintain a secure environment. It is founded by a major credit card industry called as Visa, Master, JCB, Discover, etc. What is the purpose, guys? The purpose is to just protect the card holders data and reduce the credit card frauds. So PCI DSS is not a company or an agency. It is a security standard. Organization name is PCI SSC, that is PCI Security Standard Council. Coming to the next question. Which kind of organization PCI DSS is applicable? So any organization or company who store, process or transmit the card and card holders data, regardless the number, size, need to compliance with the PCI. This includes both merchant and providers. Oh, one thing I want to highlight here there is a statement called as transmit card and card holders data. Alone card holders data is not necessary to comply with PCI. Here this statement means a combination of card and card holders data. This particular statement I had described later in the slide. So keep in touch till the last slide. So both merchants and service providers need to comply with PCI who accepts payments cards, example hotels, retails, e-commerce businesses, NGO accepting card swappings, schools accepting card payments as fee. These are the merchants who indirectly involved in visibility of the cardholders data. That's why such merchants needs to comply with the PCI one. Second options is the service provider, organization that process, store and transmit cardholders data on behalf of other businesses. How? You can see here payment gateways, okay, like PayPal, BillDesk. Since these are not the direct provider, these are the gateways. If we are purchasing anything from e-commerce website, then we must have pay the payment by using the card, by using the PayPal, BillDesk or any Razorpay example. Managed security services providers also comply with the PCI one. Any financial institutions called as bank, non-banking institutes and card issuers needs to comply with the PCI one. Apart from this, any third party or SaaS providers, if any vendor is providing any applications or software who is developing the customer relations management application companies who is processing a kind of billing application or software must comply with the PCI one. Any marketing platforms with payment facilities etc. needs to comply with the PCI one. Next question. Assume a scenario. You are you are running a business or hotel who is accepting the Axis Bank POS. I am not collecting trans transactional data. Do I need to comply with the PCI? Guys, what is POS? POS is a machine where we need to swipe our card. That machine is called POS. So you can see here POS belongs to a bank and you are using to accept the card details. In this case, you have access to card holders data, name, transactional time. Here the spelling is not correct. This actually should be transactional time. Amount of transaction, card details in masked form, Aadhaar details, and card belongs to bank. These all details we are having. So in this scenario, you need to comply with the PCI DSS. You comes under scope of PCI at a minimal level. Below two forms you need to fill. What are the forms? You need to fill a SAQ called as short questionnaire. In this short questionnaire, approximately 15 to 20 questions are there, verifying that you are not processing, storing, or collecting data electronically. Second thing, you need to do a simple form to sign called as attestation of compliance. I will cover this AOC in our next video. Assume a second question. If a company is providing the card numbers printing services to bank, is PCI compliance required? Yes, PCI DSS compliance is still required if your company is handling inactive card numbers. That is card numbers not yet activated, as long as the card data is valid and real. PCI DSS applies to all cardholders data whether the card is active or inactive, issued or not issued, in use or awaiting for activation. If the card contains a valid primary account number, even if it hasn't been activated yet, it is considered sensitive under PCI DSS and must be protected. Here the thing is that, guys, if a card is not active, because in initial phase bank has given the services to a vendor who is supposed to printing the numbers, the card numbers, which is in generally XXXXXX form, in the card numbers with CVV details and with the expiration date. If you can see here, that particular supplier is holding or processing that particular card. Doesn't matter that card is inactive, since that card is valid. How we can check the validity? Expiration date. Till the expiration date, any organization who hold that particular card must to comply with the PCI one. Doesn't matter whether card is issued or not issued to customer, doesn't matter whether activation is required, doesn't matter whether that card is active or inactive. If a valid primary account number is there, it is considered as a sensitive data under PCI DSS and must be protected and organization to comply with the PCI one. Hence, overall answer of this question is PCI DSS compliance is required by that organization who is supposed to printing the card numbers for bank. Next question, let's assume a company providing courier services to bank delivering card to holders. Address and mask data is visible in XXXXX form. Does PCI applicable here? So since card packed in packet and courier company have no access to card details except customer's name, PCI is not required here because they are not processing, storing or transmitting the card details. One thing, friends, I want to highlight here, if you can see the questions here, the interviewer is asking actually, um, that courier services to a bank delivering card to card holders and mass data is visible. Mass data interviewer is asking. So here you need to apply your logic. Any courier organization doesn't have access to their card details, because that card should be packed in a packet envelope form, and as per the agreement between the courier and the bank, anyone the courier person should not open that any packed envelope to see what's inside. So the particular interviewer wants to confuse you, so use your logic here. So I'm just repeating my answer. Since that particular card is packed in a in a packet or a envelope having no access to card, hence uh, the masked card details not visible to the persons from the courier services. So overall answer of this question is because courier is not processing, storing or transmitting card details, hence PCI DSS is not required for the courier organization. Few of the guys have some confusion because because sometimes we need to have PCI, sometimes we need to we don't need to have a PCI compliant. So what exactly this? So guys, I have bring a small chart referred by the PCI DSS. So in this chart we can see here, if any organization having access to masked pane only, masked pane means XX axis only last four digits is visible to organization, then PCI is not required. Why? Because not full card holders data, only minimal data is visible, and this card is irreversible because a lot of things are inside this one, and since this is irreversible in nature, so PCI DSS is not required for organization if they have access only to PAN. Second thing, if organization have access to masked PAN plus holder's name. Example, 6760 plus Anuj. ANUJ Anuj. In this case, PCI is not required because as per the PCI, this is not considered as a sensitive data because no one can no one can reach to a fraud by taking the masked PAN plus cardholders data. If masked plus PAN plus expiration date is visible to organization, yes, then here a minimal PCI DSS compliance is required because the risk increases slightly. So in this case, SAQ is required. SAQ is required means exactly the number of transactions, the number of volume of that particular card details stored by the organization. If if this collection comes under level number 4, then SAQ is required to fill by that organization along with AOC. What are the levels, guys? I will cover in next video. Next video is yet to come. Next is ability to unmask or irreversible. Yes, if any organization have ability to unmask it or irreversible in nature, then PCI DSS is required for that organization. If any organization having access to a full PAN, then PCI must be required and notes is yes. So this is a chart for the organization having access to different layer of card details. So I hope guys this session helps you a lot and bring more confidence in terms of PCI DSS. So PCI DSS is a very important in terms of the interview perspective, expecting plus having a very good scope in market. Next video, I'm preparing next videos for how to assess PCI DSS, very long. What are the controls in PCI DSS? Okay, much more details I will bring on AOC. What is ROC? ROC is it is attestation kind of thing, report on compliance we can say, and AOC is attestation of compliance. What are the levels? What is level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4 in PCI? So all these questions I'm preparing to bring you in the next video. If you require any support or want to prepare for interview, let me know in comments. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.